One of the major selling points of Marvel Rivals is the just absolutely massive roster of characters that they have to pull from. And while I must admit the Marvel catalog of characters is both super dope and seemingly endless, opening things up to potential collabs with other intellectual properties only serves to make things more super dope and more endless. I do know that a lot of people feel like adding a bunch of random collab characters only serves to muddy up like the identity of the game. And while I do agree with that to an extent, I don't want this game to become like a new multiverses or something. But at the same time, it is a multiversal game, so if there's something that like makes sense in universe and it can be executed well, then I'm all for it. You feel me? In my opinion, a rising boat sinks rising tides sink a rising ship on the boat. Two ships rise when the tides. Megatron or Optimus or really any Transformer. I feel like it doesn't really matter. I think they'd all be equally sick. Moveset wise would honestly be pretty straightforward. You would need the character to be like absolutely massive, though. They would need to be like the biggest character in the game by far and have just a huge hitbox and also probably a lot of health where you just like swing your shit around and maybe you got like a bazooka blaster on your arm, and then for your ult, obviously you transform. For Optimus, it'd probably be it wouldn't probably be. It would be a big truck because that's what he is. It's no probably freaking dumbass. Yeah. For the ult, you just transform into the like truck or the jet or whatever, and then you just honk honk and get like DUIs or whatever. You just start running people over. Tell me that wouldn't be sick as hell. Also, no, nothing else. That's it. As we all know, every Coke needs a Pepsi, and for Marvel, that is none other than DC's nuts. Got his ass. I feel like a DC crossover is probably just like the most obvious, like, crazy, biggest collab that they really could do. Those are the two superhero companies, so, you know, it made sense to me. I don't know. Clark Kent, the man of super, yeah. Superman is without a doubt the most iconic DC and probably the most iconic superhero of all of them, period. I do like Superman, I won't lie. I'm not like a huge Clark head or anything by any means, but I must admit his moveset is pretty freaking sick, and in a game like Marvel Rivals, I feel like it would just be so much fun. Obviously, he would be able to just fly around, have laser eyes, frost breath, be able to freeze people, and then maybe like a giant knockback punch or something. I mean, it would be sick as hell. Also, once they add Superman, then they'd be able to add a Homelander skin for Superman, and that would be peak as hell. Hell yeah. Let's go. Also, if they're gonna do a DC collab, they probably should do a pair of characters, and if you're gonna do two, I feel like the other's probably gotta be Batman. He's sick as hell. He's dark and foreboding. Another thing, he low-key could potentially work as a Moon Knight skin, but like, I don't want that, so don't do it. Oh, also, given the team-up system thing in the game, you could have Batman and Spider-Man have a dead parent boost. As you can tell by this cardboard cutout, I'm clearly a giant fan of Star Wars. What Star Wars character do we need, you ask? Well, of course, Han Solo's kid, Kylo Ren. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, any Jedi or Sith character in this game would be absolutely peak. Honestly, they could just have it be one character and have just a bunch of different skins. Just make it like a sort of generic character with a lightsaber. You maybe throw the lightsaber, you smack with it, and then you got like a force push and pull, and then like maybe a double jump, and then you could just have like Darth Vader, Anakin. That's the same person, Slop. You're dumb as shit. Yoda, Mace Windu, Baby Yoda. Low-key, I feel like they're kind of all the same with very minute differences. Like, if it's Darth Vader, then ideally he would have, like, a choke move, but at the same time, he doesn't really need it. Like, you could just have all the Force lightsaber users be the same and, like, make it work, you know? And then you could do, like, 10 characters in one type of thing, which just pleases more people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know what you're thinking, Slop. Kylo's a whiny bitch. Why'd you choose him? One, I'm a whiny bitch. 2, his lightsaber's the coolest. Shut up, pal. Dobby the house elf. Yeah. I am a very large Harry Potter fan, and while I would very much love any Wizarding World character in this game, I mean, Harry would be sick, Voldemort would be sick, Dumbledore would be sick, Draco would... literally anyone. Like, they'd all be sick. Kind of the same thing with Star Wars. I feel like you could just have... Not even more so than Star Wars. You could definitely just have all of them be the exact same character. Just have, like, 5 different spells or something, and then maybe like a broom getaway. I don't know. Something. That being said, I had a better, cooler, more unique idea for Dobby, and that is where he's like a teammate teleporter, like strategist type character, where you just run around and tap your teammates, and then you teleport them across the map, and maybe the only damage he can do is he like levitates cakes around, and that also could heal teammates, so you're just teleporting people and levitating cakes. I don't know. Seemed cool to me. Oh, also he could get stabbed and die. Get over here. I'm Scorpion from the hit game Scorpion's game Mortal... Shut up. Scorpion is dope as hell. Sub-Zero might be slightly cooler in my opinion, but I think Scorpion would just probably work a lot better in a game like this. Obviously, you would need the chain, just Roadhog winch dudes in. Also, just give him like a sword slash and then like a shoot fire out of his mouth move, and you've got a sick-ass character, bro. For his ult, I think it'd be dope as hell if you just walk up to somebody and just grab their spine out and pull it out. You just insta-kill any like one character. That'd be sick. That'd be sick. 100 years ago, my brother and I, we did the thing, and then another thing happened, but everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Avatar Aang. If you have not seen The Last Airbender, then first of all, what the hell you doing, pal? Second of all, it was just the one thing, really. If you are not familiar with Aang, he's the Avatar from the show that I just... Okay. He is the master of all 4 elements, meaning he is the one person who can bend fire, air, earth, water, all 4 of them. Those 4. Definitely one of the best shows of all time, and they're collabing with a lot of people. Actually, they did just collab with Overwatch a couple months ago, if I'm not mistaken, so clearly the door's open, except Aang doesn't need just a cringe-ass skin like in Overwatch. He needs a full-ass character, punk. Give him just the 4 elements as moves, make it so he can, like, shoot a wind blast, shoot a fire blast, shoot a rock blast. You'll never guess what I'm going to say next. Shoot a water blast. Also, he could just traverse around on his little wind ball, just... and then goes... One of the greatest characters in all of fiction, and he'd probably be one of the most fun characters in the game, so... Yep, you feel me? The Rock. What? Slop, you mean Hobbs from Fast and Furious? Nope. You mean Black Adam? Nope. You mean the dude from... Jumanji? No. Well, actually, yes, it is all of those because it's The Rock, and he is The Rock in everything. So, yeah, it's that one. Why should they add The Rock to Marvel Rivals? Well, he's already in everything else. You might as well throw him in this. They added him to multiverses. Why don't they add him here? But give him not just some whack-ass costume. Let's get the full-fledged Rock, fool. We need this sucker... Hit him with an eyebrow move, you go like that, and then everyone's pants full. I don't know. Never mind. You know what The Rock's cooking. He, like, gets his fanny pack out and, like, leans against the wall, and then everyone's like, no, I can't move. I gotta look at The Rock. He's so sexy or something. We're gonna move on now. Eren Yeager. If you are not familiar, Eren is the main character from the show Attack on Titan. If you aren't familiar, tap in. Tap in, bro. Tap in. I'm not going to lie. Eren would probably be the sickest character in this game if they actually gave him, like, a cool adaptation. Obviously, for his normal moveset, you just use the ODM gear to, like, zip line around the map and, like, hover around, and then you've got your razor blade sword thingies, and you just slice fools, and then... minor spoilers. If you don't want it spoiled, skip forward. And then for his ult, he just turns into a big-ass freaking Titan, and then he's and then you freaking just start eating. Okay, yeah. It'd be cool. If you know, you know. The Minions. Ice on my neck costs like 5K. Slap. Slap. Blood. We need Kevin, Stuart, and Bob. All three of them. They need to each be their own individual characters. They need to have a fart gun. I don't really know what else they would do. I don't know. I think it'd be funny. I think their voice lines, they'd be like, beep a doo bop boo bop beep, and everyone would be like, I'm gonna quit this damn game, and then I'd go, Yugi Muto. If you are somehow not familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh, it's basically Pokemon, but instead of creatures in balls, they're creatures on car. Well, honestly, you could just swap this out for Pokemon Trainer too. But no, you couldn't, because I like Yu-Gi-Oh more. Never mind, scratch that. Anyone from Yu-Gi-Oh would be sick, and it doesn't really matter what character it is. You would just have the moves be like play a card, like play a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then like they like do your shit or whatever. Kind of like a Loki clone, but I would prefer for them to be like little NPCs almost that you spawn who like do shit for you. So you could like spawn a dark magician and then he'd go and like start shooting stuff at your enemy. I don't know. And then it'd be kind of like the Star Wars thing where you just change the skin for any character you want. I think it'd be peak if he had some sort of like RNG draw mechanic where you want to like draw like a better card, like I draw the heart of the card, boom, and then like if you got like a shitty RNG, then you summon something bad. But if you like, whoa, and then you summon Exodia and win the game, that'd be for an ult, that'd be peak if he like summons Exodia and then you just win and everyone reports you. Making collab skins for existing characters gives you pretty much all of the advantages of having a collab insofar as that like you're targeting the audience of that new property and maybe getting them to check out the game, but at the same time you're not really risking sacrificing potentially months of like development time on a character that maybe a majority of the game's audience doesn't end up being a big fan of. You know what I'm saying. As far as a few just completely obvious given mandatory skin collab ideas, I mean, Luffy, Mr. Fantastic, I feel like that's probably the most given mandatory needed collab in the game. One Piece, probably one of, if not the most, well, not the, but definitely one of the most popular shows globally. If Namor starts assaulting your wife again, just give him that gum. The amount of Punisher skins is just kind of limitless. Any dude with a gun, like Doomslayer, would fit super well. Leon Kennedy even, they'd have to tweak it a little bit maybe, but it could work. Master Chief, I mean, come on, bro. Just dude with gun and a zip line. I mean, it's just, come on, give it to us. Hawkeye, also a given. We got Legolas from Lord of the Rings. Money Printer, Green Arrow, you know I'll be buying that sucker day one. Tomb Raider even, she's got a bow a lot of the time. But yes, that has officially been top 10 collabs that Slop wants in Marvel Rock, or I don't know, you watched the video, you know what it was. But let me know down below, if you could only have one collab character in the game, who are you choosing? If I had to settle, I'd probably go with Eren Yeager, honestly. I think his moveset would just be insanely dope. But let me know if you enjoyed this video, which I would hope you did, because you're watching this moment right now, which is well after the point which you should have clicked off if you weren't enjoying it. So that being said, please subscribe. That's all I ask of you, please. I am but a poor little orphan, and I just need one measly subscriber. Please. But yeah, other than that, thank you for watching. Blah, 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 blah. See you tomorrow. Slop out.
Sticking out your yacht for the Rizzler. You're so skibbity. You're so Phantom Tax. I just wanna be your Sigma.